Hey guys. It has been a while since I've provided any kind of GLP-1 update. So I am still on a GLP-1. I am still trying to lose weight. I am still trying to work out in between school and work and life. And there have been a couple changes, so let's go over it. I started a GLP-1 in April, it looks like. I've got a little graph up here to try and help me out. Started a GLP-1 in April, started Trizepatide or Zepbound, brand name through Eli Lilly. And my first dose or my first month I paid for basically with the GoodRx prescription, which did not knock it down very much. I'm embarrassed about the amount I paid for that first month. But I was very excited to get started. So my starting weight was 260 267.9, so essentially 268. I think I'm 5'9". Wow, I haven't thought about that in a while. I'm pretty sure I'm 5'9". And that puts me like morbidly obese. Even though I don't feel morbidly obese. And actually, you know what? I have those graphs. So let's look. Let's see what it says. BMI. Started with a BMI of 39.7. So nearly a BMI of 40. So yes, morbidly obese. I feel healthy overall. I mean, I work out. I do have tachycardia that I take low pressor for, but that started after COVID. And I know a lot of my coworkers also started having symptoms of tachycardia and had to start low pressor. So I don't think it's a direct result of how I've been taking care of my body over these years. And I consistently worked my way up from the lowest dose, the 2.5 of the Trizepatide. And initially I was working with my PCP. She ended up sending in Eli Lilly had some kind of manufacturer's coupon that you could get a pretty significant price off. I think it took it from like $1,300 to $500, which is still crazy expensive, but better than $1,300. So for a couple months, I did the Eli Lilly manufacturer coupon and kind of worked my way up a little bit depending on how I never really had symptoms with this. Occasional constipation, but nothing crazy. No nausea, vomiting. I felt pretty good through the whole process. And then I went to see my PMHNP that I see as a patient, and she is in the process of switching practices. She developed or created her own LLC, and she's moving offices, and she also does GLP-1 prescribing on the side, I guess you could say, and it's through a compounding pharmacy. And she is pretty confident in the compounding pharmacy, not only as a safe compound, but also as like through the government. I know there have been, are we going to allow compounding? Are we not going to allow compounding? Is this going to be something that's taken away eventually? She's pretty confident that we will have options. So probably 2 months ago, maybe, I ended up switching to her as my prescriber for this and the compounding pharmacy. And a lot of her patients start out on very small doses. So even though I was on essentially 10 milligrams a week through the Eli Lilly vials, she's like, let's start slow and see how you respond to the compounding formulation. I'm like, okay, all right, I'll try it. And so we essentially, she prescribes in units, and I don't like that because units are equivalent to an actual dose. Why don't we use that dose? So she prescribed me like 10 units. So I'm pretty sure we started with 10 units, which is essentially 2 milligrams, which is lower than any of the starting doses of the actual tirzepatide. So I had my doubts, but I'm like, all right, I'll try it. This is you're the prescriber. I don't want to, hurt any kind of trust we have. So let's try it. And then I ended up gaining like 10 pounds within that month. We did go up slowly and steadily, but I am now currently back on 10 milligrams, which is 50 units, or 0.5 cc's. And the vials are 2 ml vials. So essentially one vial is a month's worth, and these vials are like $320. So cheaper than the Eli Lilly vials, but there is a price for seeing my PMHNP because she's now out of network because she switched to her own LLC. But overall, even with her price, it is still cheaper at this point. Now, if I had to go up in dose, I think, I would need more than 1 vial per month. So all of a sudden we're getting into figuring that out. But now that I'm back near my dose, I'm starting to see the weight loss again. I'm nearly back down to my lowest I was on the 10 when I was taking the Eli Lilly version. So I was super discouraged for a little bit. I just started my clinicals. And I mentioned in that video, I had poison ivy all over my face. I had a canker sore in my mouth. I was up like 10 pounds from switching this GLP-1 around. But that's finally, over the past couple days, I've started to see some like normalization of my weight. It's starting to slowly come back down to where I was and hopefully steadily decrease from there. So as of this morning, I'm 237.9. So I started at like 268. My lowest on the Eli Lilly was 237. I went up. I didn't weigh myself every day on this smart scale because frankly, I was pretty discouraged and I didn't want to see it, which is my mistake. It's always important to track. It's important to track just so you can see it and kind of go back. Looks like my highest after my switch was 247.4, so like a 10-pound weight gain. And then this morning I'm 237.9. So we're making our way back to where we need to be. And I'm pretty happy with that. And I think I can just stay on this dose. I feel good. I feel nearly zero side effects. I feel zero side effects, not even nearly. I feel zero side effects. I was pretty sure it wasn't working because everything has side effects. So I felt like I was injecting myself with saline. I'm like, I'm not losing weight. I don't have any constipation. I'm not nauseous. Like, what is this doing for me? I feel maybe a little bit less hungry, but it's not like when I was taking the Eli Lilly version, it was noticeable. It was kind of one of those things where you almost have to make yourself eat. And that's not the case here, but I'm not starving. So more recently, I've been able to control my eating habits. And I think that's how we're going in the right direction again. I don't feel one way or the other. I don't feel ravenous. I don't feel like I can't eat anything. I'm kind of at an okay point right now. So I guess we'll just stay here. Still a little bit cheaper. Probably shouldn't be spending this money on this medication, but it's making me so much more confident and healthy. I'm sure the long-term effects, like it's worth it to invest in yourself. And also, what is this life anyhow? Things change constantly. So I'm not going to play it super safe today for a tomorrow that I don't even know what's going to look like. That might be stupid and that might be millennial of me or like young, and I don't know. That might not be the smartest thing, but I'm on my way to a graduate degree. I'm a hard worker, and the only reason I'm not pulling in more time and money right now is because I'm trying to give myself to this program and do my best for this program and actually learn and be the best provider I can be. So although it's probably not the smartest idea to put all this money into a GLP-1 to look better, it's not just about looking better. It's about feeling healthier, feeling more confident. And I've been doing 5Ks for the last 3 years. And I think my time might be a little bit better as I lose this weight. So that's coming up in 2 weeks. I still don't like running. I don't even know why I do this to myself. I want to be that person. I'm not that person, but I keep trying to be that person. So every time I try and get my miles in on the treadmill or outside with the pups, I'm like, why do I do this? I don't enjoy this. I don't enjoy this. But it's probably good for me. Again, got to look out for older Jessica. Got to train the muscles. Got to help my cardiovascular health, especially with this tachycardia I got. So I'm keeping up as often as I can with that, with the weight training and with the running and the walking and stretching and just doing my best to keep my body in a place where as I age, I will hopefully have full functionality of everything I need to. And I try and impress that on the people around me too, that it's about aging gracefully and making sure you don't hurt yourself. So I think that's everything about the GLP-1 for now and the weight loss journey for now. I think we're back on track. I think slow and steady wins the race. I'm pretty happy with how clothes are fitting, how I'm feeling, and how the exercises are progressing. Things are feeling a little bit easier now, like squats and the running in general. So that's the goal. That's the goal, to feel better. And I brought up GLP-1s at work before, or like exercise or that type of thing. And it's amazing the mixed reviews. And there are some people that are so against it. So hopefully you're not watching this video. And if you are, it is what it is. Why not be honest? It's helping me be a healthier person that I was not before. And there's clearly something to it because Millions of people need help with this. And it's been life changing for a lot of those people, not only in the weight aspect, but everything that comes along with it, the comorbidities. And so that's where we're at with that. I will try and keep you updated. I'll see. It's been, like I said, it's been slow and steady. It's been up and down because I made that switch. So there's not much to, like, I was kind of discouraged for a while. There didn't seem like there was much to report on, but we'll just keep chugging along and see how it goes. So if you're on a GLP-1 or a weight loss journey or an exercise journey, let me know how it's going for you. Let me know if you have any tips, any good recipes or anything, and have a good week. Take care.